introduce myself. My name's Tom Scullion, and I'm the co-founder of the Taxi Academy. The Taxi Academy has been going for almost 2 years, and it was started by Courtney Connell and myself. And our mission is to teach people the knowledge of London. Now, although London taxi drivers have had the exclusive right to apply for hire in London for 400 years now, we started off with, under Charles I, and it wasn't until 1654 that we got a royal warrant by Oliver Cromwell to do the knowledge. And this worked out fine because London was a very small place there, very, very small. Essentially, it was just the city of London and slightly beyond. But then in 1861, we had the Great Exhibition, which is in Hyde Park, and cab drivers didn't know where to get there because they hadn't been out that far west. So annoyed and frustrated by this, the biggest world show there's ever been, Prince Albert said, right, we need every cab driver to know every street and place of interest in London. And that is where the knowledge was born. So at the Academy, we teach students how to memorize these very, very intricate parts of London and the various places of interest. And what happens is you develop a part of your brain called the hippocampus. It's in the frontal lobe. And that hippocampus expands. No other species in the world, no other animal or human being, professor, has an enlarged hippocampus. And interestingly, the more you study, the larger the hippocampus goes, and it doesn't stop even as you get older. So an old guy like me, my hippocampus must be absolutely massive. So by teaching techniques in order to retain this information is very, very, it's difficult to do, but once you break the code, it actually is quite simple. So essentially, when I'm doing a route between A and B, I will have to go the shortest possible route, which is a straight line, to get you, the passenger, there as efficiently, as quickly, and as cheaply as possible. Now, we actually develop like a photographic memory or a video in my head. And, if I'm asked to go from where we are today, we're in Ropemaker Place, and I was asked to go to the Ned Hotel, for example. Now, I'm not going to ask the people, oh, where is it? What's the postal code, mate? I should know instinctively how to get there. So I would say leave on the left, Ropemaker Place, turn right into Moorgate, turn right into Lothbury, turn left into Old Jewry, turn left into Poultry, and set down on the left-hand side. Now, I can see that in my mind's eye, even though I'm half a mile away from there. So what we're going to be doing today is just showing you briefly how you go out and you learn the knowledge and you study the points. Now, remember, it's not just a matter of committing these to memory. You then have to go up to Transport for London, and they've got a knowledge examiner section, and then they will ask you do oral exams. So the way I just call that run, going to the Ned Hotel, that'd be a kind of a question that they would ask you on appearances. You get 20 minutes to do an appearance, and you could be asked up to sort of 5 questions, and you should be able to know them without any hesitation or repetition, and you should know them immediately. Now, if you carry on doing this, you should be able to get the coveted green badge in sort of 2 years. But it has taken some cab drivers as long as 20 years to get there. It's not for the faint-hearted, and if you want to change your lifestyle and change your mindset and your whole way of living, you get into the knowledge and you pass that badge. On the appearances, you can get promoted, essentially. So you'll start on 56-day intervals. So you go up every 56 days for an appearance. Once you start to really get into it and you can smash these runs out fluently, you'll get a reduction to 28 days. Now, you could be on 28 days for 3, 4, 5, 6 appearances, maybe less, maybe more. It then goes to 21 days, so you're up every 3 weeks, and then finally 14 days. Now, once you've passed the knowledge as such, you will be given a rec, as it's called, a requisition. And then after that, you have to then learn the suburban runs, which is essentially going to the outskirts of London. So it might be go from here to Ilford or Dagenham or Harrow, and you need to know the best routes to go for that. Once that's completed, you get the coveted green badge. Now, the good thing about this, it's probably the only career that you can embark upon where you do the apprenticeship, if you like, and the day you get your badge, you got a job and you can go straight to work.